This is the first question. The person says, "Sir, I am small down there and in a serious relationship. I'm ready to pop the question. I've told her about this issue and she said she's okay. But I am not sure this okay is okay. I am a virgin, but she's not. Help me, sir." This is what I'm going to say. It's okay that you feel the way you feel. It's natural. All right. Each and every one of us are, a little bit apprehensive when it comes to this issue as we grow older. But I can tell you for a fact that all is well. Okay. All is well. There is a lot of misinformation out there. All right. When it comes to the size of the male organ and sexual pleasure. There is a lot of misinformation out there. What I can tell you for a fact is it does not mean that you are doomed for a miserable sexual life or that things will be challenging for you. You've got to realize that size is not necessarily what is important, but skill. And sexual prowess is not a talent. It is a skill that can be learned over time. Now, the person you are in a relationship with says she's okay. It's good you are not keeping anything from her. But believe you me, the two of you can learn and grow together. Okay? I must commend you that you are upfront about it from the outset. Okay? So as you go into the relationship, into the marriage, the two of you can learn together. The two of you can grow together. Listen, there is no expertise. The fact that she's not a virgin does not mean she's an expert. You will learn together. You will grow together. The most important thing is that the both of you are in agreement. So my brother, you're good. There is no problem. All will be well. And I like the contribution of Femi Michael here. He says that it is not about the size. Skill is very important. Okay? It's not about size. Skill is very important. So you want to start gathering information. You want to learn as much as possible. Okay. About, sex in marriage, how to go about it, how to be romantic. There are books, there's a lot of information, the right information out there. You want to go after that and equip yourself with the information. And of course, once you get married, you will develop your skill, you will grow, and things will get better. Let's go to the second question for this evening. It says, what if you met your spec, but the relationship did not work, and then you break up? Now the lady wants to remain in your life as a friend. Is this a cause for concern or a mature approach? The fact that you met your spec and the relationship did not work is normal. Okay, it's normal. Attraction is not all that it takes to have a successful relationship. It's possible. As a matter of fact, somebody has said that it is a successful relationship when two people date but come to the conclusion that they are not compatible for one another. It's a good relationship. It's a successful relationship. And yes, there is nothing wrong in being friends, okay, after that. Yes, that is the mature thing to do. The only challenge will be when you get into another relationship, okay, you have to learn to draw the lines and let this your friend truly just be a friend. Now, the moment the person you are in another relationship with or you are eventually married to, if the person is not comfortable with this friendship, you have to let it go. Okay, that's the only thing, I'm going to say. There's nothing wrong with the fact that you are in a close relationship or you're in a romantic relationship with somebody and then you came to the conclusion, oh, we are not suitable, all right, for marriage. It doesn't mean that you can't be friends. It doesn't mean that you can't do business together. But because you have a history, if your future is not in agreement with your past, you have to let your past stay in the past. Okay, that's my 2 cents. All right. So the third question says, how do I stop lying in a relationship? I only lie about trivial issues and when I am pressured. But she says it's a turn off for her. For me, it's simple. Lying is a turn off for everybody. Okay, it's not peculiar to this person. Lying is a turn-off for everybody. And from what you have said, it's a bad habit that you have developed over time. All right, the way you started it is the way you can stop. Make a decision. If this relationship is important to you, if this person is important to you, then you want to make sure that because of this person, you put a stop to this bad habit. This is not one of those issues or, one of those personal traits that we say maybe the person does not like you, you don't have to change for anybody. No, nobody wants a liar. And not even a romantic relationship. Nobody wants to do business with a liar. Nobody wants to employ a liar. Nobody wants to be around a liar. So you want to make sure that you put a stop to it. Okay, I don't want to go into, details. I don't know if you're a person of faith, but believe you me, you can put a stop to it. Okay, put a stop to it. Make your decision. Okay, I'm not going to tell lies. You see, it goes to integrity. Let me go a little bit deeper. You see, trust is the foundation for effective relationships. If a person cannot trust you, then they can't do life with you. And when you are a liar and you are known to be a liar, nobody wants to do life with a liar. So you need to understand that much more than a relationship, lying will cost you. Okay? Lying will cost you. So you want to put a stop to it. Put a stop to it. Make a decision to stop lying. Tell yourself, I am a valuable person. I tell the truth all the time. I am a person of integrity. I'm a person of character. And you would notice over time, you will conquer it. It's not a big deal. That's the truth. It's not a big deal. People have different challenges. Lying is not one of those things that you want to know. You can put a stop to it. Just make up your mind to do the right thing at all times and just tell the truth. All right, Helen Daniel, thank you for your response to the previous questions. You said you said it's a mature response, and as long as it's mutual, both parties need to be on the same page and know when to bow out. Thank you very much. Okay, and that's dealing with the question of two people who were in a relationship, but the relationship did not work. The question is, should we continue to be friends? And like I said, yeah, you can continue to be friends, but if the new person does not like your connection with the old person, you have to let the old relationship go. Eunice Samuel says, if one party is still emotionally entangled with the other party, even though it is obvious that they won't work, it is in their best interest if they stay away from each other, at least for a while. Now, that's very, very insightful. Okay, very, very insightful. It's one thing for the both of you to agree, that we're going our separate ways or we're just going to be friends. If one person is still in love while another person wants to be a friend, it's not going to work. They need to go their separate ways. Adebisi Abino says, let the spec go. Better spec will, let the spec go. Better spec will not come. All right. I like that. Let the spec go. Better spec will not come. If you don't let what is in your hand go, you are likely to not receive something better. This is the way I like to say it. A lot of times we hold on to the good, at the expense of the better. Okay, so let the past go and head into your future. Thank you so much for all your contributions. Okay, but please don't forget, this is the one we're looking at now. How do I stop lying in a relationship? I only lie about trivial issues and when I am pressured. But she says it's a turn off for her. I'm not sure there's a big deal to this question. It's a turn off for everybody. Let him who lied lie no more. Just put a stop to it. There's nobody I know who is comfortable to do life with a liar. It doesn't work that way. All right. Question number 4. And before I even share this question, I want to crave your indulgence. Everybody, the moment you read this question, please start typing. I want to read from as many people as possible. Not less than about 10 of us should share our perspective to this issue. All right. So here goes question number 4 for today. Due to financial constraints, my boyfriend and I agreed that we should settle down in about 2 years from now. However, I am being pressured by my family to marry another guy who is ready because they think I am getting old. I am 29, by the way. The pressure is getting to me. They think it's unreasonable for me to wait for my boyfriend. Will I be a fool to wait for 2 years for my boyfriend? How do I handle the pressure from my family? In my humble opinion, I don't think it is wrong. I don't think you are being a fool to wait for 2 years. I don't think you're being a fool. All right. If this person you're in a relationship with is a serious person, if he's a person of character and is a serious person, it does not matter that he does not have all the money now. If he is hardworking, if he's a promising, young man, it is worth the wait. 2 years is not a very long time. In 2 years, 21 is 31 years. I know time is going, but hey, there's a saying, that I love to say. I mean, there's something I like to tell people, and this is it. It is better if you don't have the time, if you don't take the time to do it right, you will take the time to do it over. All right. And the fact that the person has money and the person is ready to get married is not enough reason for you to marry another person. You need to understand that our world has become so materialistic, and it is the reason why a lot of marriages don't work, or a lot of reasons why people endure marriages instead of enjoying them. If you have to wait for 2 years, I think is okay. The question now is, how do you handle the pressure from your family? If it is possible to put a bit of distance between you and your family members, and make sure that this conversation does not continue to hold. All right. I would ask you to do that. I mean, for example, you're 29. If you have to move out of the house, okay, get accommodation with a few friends or trusted friends. I mean, so that you have that independence and you continue to live your life. All right. I think it is wise for you to do. Another thing is for you to sit people that are very close to you, sit them down and let them know that the pressure is getting to you, and you don't want them to make you make the wrong decision. If you are a person of faith and you have people in your life, family members who are also people of faith, then let them know God's perspective concerning this matter. Okay, it's not about what is in front of you. The Bible says that there's a way that seems right to a man, but the end leads to destruction. Let them know not all that glitters is gold. Okay, so when you say all of this to them, I want to believe they will be able to let you off the hook. All right. Especially if you are a person of character, if you're a person that can be trusted, if your judgment can be relied on, you have a track record of making good decisions, then it will not be difficult for them to trust you. Okay. Smart Business Chick says 2 years isn't even a long time. She should do what gives her peace of mind. Thank you very much. In my opinion, that's very, very insightful. Please wait. 2 years is not a long time to wait for a serious-minded young man, all right, to be financially ready to get married. Maybe I should push my response a little bit further. Now that the reason why the two of you want to wait for the next 2 years is strictly for financial constraints, why don't you sit down, draw a budget, okay? Draw a budget. 2 years is not a very long time, and start planning towards the wedding. Start planning towards the wedding. Let it be obvious that the both of you are serious-minded young adults. There are certain things you would put in place. If you're dealing with African parents, all they need is seriousness. They just need to know these people are mature and they know what they are doing. All right. In 2 years, you're going to get married. Begin to put measures in place to make sure, all right, that wedding takes place. Now, you want to make sure that you are not just planning a wedding, but that you are planning your future. Okay, so when you say financial constraints, I hope it is not that you guys just want to raise money for the wedding. That's going to be a mistake. All right, that's going to be a mistake. Plan your life and start living the life. Don't even wait for a wedding day for the two of you to begin to do life together. You see, there is a level of seriousness, all right, that they will see in the two of you, and they will leave you alone. The other thing I'm going to say now is, if this young man has not demonstrated seriousness, if this young man does not have a track record, okay, and a pattern of hard work and success, then it will be doubtful. But even at that, 2 years is not too long for you to wait to be sure that you're doing the right thing or that you're doing the wrong thing. The other thing I'm going to say now is, for this other guy that claims to be ready to marry you, 2 years is also not too long for him to wait. If he truly cares about you, if he truly wants you as a wife and is certain, then let him wait. Of course, you don't have to tell him you are waiting for another person to get married. Just tell him, I'm not ready. I don't want to marry you. If he's truly interested in you, he will wait. I remember so many years ago, we were, still students in school then, and I asked my wife, I want us to be together for the rest of our lives. And she said, no, I don't even want to think about a relationship and none of that, blah, blah, blah. I remember one of those days I was having a conversation with my pastor, and then he said something to me. He said, this lady has said that, then my wife was studying biochemistry. Our plan was to finish biochemistry and then go to study medicine. So my pastor said, if she does what she says she wants to do, finish biochemistry, then go to study medicine, are you sure you can wait for about 7 years to get married to her? This is what I said to him. I said, sir, if I get bored in 7 years of courtship, then I can't last a lifetime of marriage. Of course, it's not like I advocate for courtships to be unnecessarily long, but what I'm saying is, when you find the person you want to do the rest of your life with, 2 years is a non-issue. Okay. And by the way, it's not like in 2 years you are just waiting to be married. No, there's a relationship. There's life. Okay. There's life. So start doing life together. Start building. Start putting measures in place. Start living. So it's not like you guys are waiting. Okay. Start living. And before you know it, it may not even have to be 2 years or whatever it is. But the most important thing is you have found the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. A final question for today says, how do I handle a lady who is hypercritical and degrading, especially one who is focused on her turn-offs? Because my habit is a turn-off. Please, how do I? And now, I don't know what this habit is. I want to believe it's a bad habit. All right. So first and foremost, if it's a bad habit, and I want to believe it's a bad habit, then believe you me, it's not just this person. It's going to be a turn off for any other person. Nobody wants a person with a bad habit. All right. So you want to make sure, you see, when I am giving advice, I focus on the person in front of me. That she is hypercritical is your opinion. That she's degrading or condescending is your opinion. But you have admitted you have a bad habit. It may be your bad habit that is provoking what you call this hypercritical nature. So the first thing you want to do is you want to deal with your bad habit. And you want to make sure that this thing about you that is a turn off for another person, all right, is not there anymore. That's the first thing you want to do. However, if it is not a bad habit, if it is just something about you that just makes you different from any other person, and it is not a bad habit, then it means that the two of you are not compatible. What you call hypercritical for another person may just be this person has high standards. Okay? So, there's nothing to handle. It is just proof that the two of you are not supposed to be together. But like I said, it's a bad habit on your side and it is truly a bad habit. Then beyond this person, nobody wants to do life with somebody with a bad habit. So you want to make sure that you work on yourself, become a better version of yourself. All right. I want to believe that you have enjoyed, tonight's session. Do me a big favor. All right. The sessions are always available on my YouTube channel, and previous presentations I've done even before now, they are all available on my YouTube channel. Why don't you visit that YouTube channel, search for Segun Oke on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Okay, that's one way you can appreciate the work that I am doing. Subscribe to my channel, send the links to your friends and loved ones. There's a lot to learn, on that channel. It's dedicated to leadership and personal development and life management issues. There's a lot to learn from there. So go to my channel. All right. There's different topics. I've done a session on communication this year. It's available on my channel. All the sessions I did last year available on my YouTube channel. All right. It's a place for learning. So please go there and share the link with your friends and with your loved ones. All right. MC Way Forward says a bad habit is like a bad tire, but you can't go far with it not with yourself or anyone. Since you have identified it, find ways to deal with it. You want to have a great relationship, not an enduring one. And Oreoluwa Nathaniel says, I believe at this age, you have your own opinion, which sometimes do not agree with those of your folks. Hence, you should have a very candid and frank discussion with your folks, explaining exactly what is going on. However, if after the discussion, your folks are still opposed to your choice, you may need to firmly but very respectfully maintain your stand as the person whose life is going to be mostly affected. Okay, that is response to the lady who's been pressured by a family to marry somebody else, even though the person she's in love with, okay, says he will be ready in 2 years' time. Okay, thank you very much for your responses. I believe that we can call it a night. Thank you, everybody who's been a part of this. Thank you, especially for those who have contributed. Okay, it gladdens my heart that I'm not here by myself, that I have people who are sharing their opinion. Hey, let's do this again next week, Wednesday at exactly 7 p.m. I try to make sure it's between 7 and 7:30, but on the dot of 7, I go live. All right. And it's a minimum of 5 questions every session. So join me next week, Wednesday. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. Don't forget to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. All right. And share the link with your friends and loved ones. I will see you next week, Wednesday, for another session of Let's Talk About It. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. And God bless you. Bye-bye.